everybody. Alright. Be right back. To nobody. Hi. Hey. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for joining me. I'm gonna give this a little bit of time. Just a second, for some people to show up. And I'm gonna be right back, okay? So 3 shakes of a bunny's tail. Okay, be right back. Hey, I'm coming back. Whoever's here. Oh, yay! Hi, everybody. I just booted Sammy from his little spot. Is anybody chatting? Oh, yay! Did you see him? Oh, awesome. Hi, Big Nix. Oh. Thank you. I can't. Oh. Hi, Digital. Hi, Poseidon. Hi, Mom. Thank you. Remember the button. Thank you. Yes, the button on the bulb. So, have you guys, so the way I have my phone situated, oh crap. Let's see. What's up, Digital Death? So I black people leave. I'm just kidding. So, the Flat Earth International Conference just happened. And have you guys seen or heard about this? The Flat Earth International Conference in Denver. I think it just happened this weekend. Come on, yay, nay. Nice wig. Thank you. Yeah, this is natural. This is all natural. Let's see if I can prop this so that I can still read the comments at the bottom. Live in Denver, you didn't go see it. So, but did you, let's see if it will make it up. Yeah, shit show is what I saw. Sorry guys, I want to prop this so I can see it. The comments. So yeah, and you know, Mark Sargent, the guy who is apparently kind of at every single meetup, I'm pretty sure. And so first of all, how does he afford to go to all of these meetups all across the country, flying all around, and they're very frequent. So anyways, the international conference happens in Denver, and apparently he leaves early because some convoluted story that Logan Paul showed up. Logan Paul, the YouTuber, the paid YouTube actor, and I'm like trying. This is on a trash bin. I can prop it up. I can prop it up. Then we can. Sorry, I might cause a little nausea. I don't think that's gonna work. Oh man. Okay. So I'll just talk for a little bit and then I'll have to go back to the comments. So honestly, I can't stand to listen to Mark Sargent for too long because he really beats around the bush when he talks, and like he doesn't get to the point, and it's just like, you know, at some point people are just talking so long and drawing out, like, you know, the bait of the nugget of information that you know, there's some alternative agenda. Like, why can't you just tell me? Like, if you're just have the most of benevolent intentions, then just like let me know the information. Why are you just stringing it along? Like, and I guess he's monetized, or I don't know, but yeah, you can come in if you want.
I'm not really dead.
Okay.
Are you gonna be on for a while?
Probably.
Okay.
I started talking and less people are watching, so.
No more light?
No, well, when I have the light on, you can't see the colors.
Oh, that's true. You can see purple.
Thanks. Thank you. That was Suvi Bird. Sorry, I keep getting distracted. So yeah, the first, I think, international conference in Denver happens, and he posts this thing saying why he left, and it was because Logan Paul showed up, and it was taking so long to tell his story. He was rehashing the whole thing of a year ago with Logan Paul, how he went to Japan to the suicide forest and films, you know, some people who had just committed suicide. But it's like they're purposely bringing up Logan Paul to be relevant again when all of that stuff happened like over a year ago, and obviously somebody gave him a microphone to stand up on stage at this conference, and it seemed like a lot of people in the flat earth community were banned or from showing up at certain areas or certain talks, or they could only go like into the lobby or into certain functions but not other functions. But again, I don't know the full story. But I did watch I am watching, so like a year ago at the beginning of my awakening, I followed Quinn Michaels, and it was just when like Jordan Sather started like talking about Q, and I started watching Unirock, so I'm still subscribed to Unirock even though I don't really watch him anymore. But it became apparent last December, January, with the whole Q crap, who was paid by YouTube to and or other agencies to promote a line of thinking and to steer the conversation a certain way, to talk about the secret space program and to promote people like David Wilcox and stuff like that, and the whole Q stuff, like and then Unirock kind of got like in line with Alex Jones, so it's like I automatically knew, okay, well, you know, if you're and same thing with Jordan Sather, if you're going with Alex Jones, then obviously you're all like paid actors. But so anyway, so Unirock had posted this like, you know, expose or whatever, saying like, Logan Paul is a flat earther and I have the video to prove it. And it's like, whoa, so they're spinning this like the crazy YouTuber Logan Paul, who has millions of followers, believes in flat earth, like that's like weird. And you know, it's so weird he even has the video to prove it, like it's this, it has a negative connotation. So the video he had to prove it was Logan Paul at the Flat Earth conference up on stage saying like, oh, he's like a Flat Earth convert. He actually does like a mic drop, like boom, and so it's like, what, you know, everybody's clapping, and then he like continues to talk some nonsense about how like, oh, there's convincing evidence, and so now he's going to be tied to flat earth as like, he's already this fool, so now he's tied to this, and it's like, oh, you know, he's even it's even more of a fool and a mockery. So they're all like in on it together, and the whole Unirock expose video, the whole time Unirock is trying to divert people, even flat earthers, to check out this guy. I think it's like science. It's like Sci Globe Man, or Sci something with the SCI something man. I commented like Psyop Man, because the guy that, so Unirock like drops this guy's name in his expose video on Logan Paul being a flat earther. He drops this Psyop Man a bunch of times, to go check out his YouTube channel. And of course, you know, he has hundreds of thousands of followers, or, you know, a lot of followers. And he talks, you know, about real science, proofs of the Earth being a globe. And of course, you know, he's official because he sits in front of this little bookcase with a globe. There's like literally a globe, and then like a dinosaur, and like, you know, a few books, so you know he's really smart. So yeah, it just seems like this whole stunt, and just to delegitimize the whole flat earth movement, or people that believe in flat earth, like they're idiots like Logan Paul. And they're all YouTube paid actors. Mark Sargent, Unirock, Logan Paul, they're all paid to create this drama and to steer the narrative. So what do you guys think? Script not on Unirock. Control out. Oh, yeah, did you see the new, oh, it's $20 it's $200. I know, Globe Had No More went. He posted some pictures of him, with a bunch of people. So it's just kind of disheartening, and as we know already, that these meetups are kind of suspect. You know, I almost feel like these flat earth meetups are ways to kind of take a census of who isn't under this spell of ignorance of, I would smack them, but they cry. I cry too. So yeah, and it's just really lame, you know, because if Mark Sargent was a true, really pioneer for flat earth and all that, he wouldn't leave the conference because he was offended, or it just seems like so dramatic. But anyways, moving on. Have you guys seen the new content? I guess he's been talking about it for a while, but for some reason I wasn't subscribed up until now. I thought I was, but Enslaved by No Media. just posted a video about how north is actually downhill and south is uphill. And he goes through various proofs, and I just immediately went to, you know, my own memories of going on the top of Mount Diablo in the Bay Area, which I kind of have premonitions of it, because it's a dormant volcano. It's the second tallest solitary peak in California, and it's right smack dab in the middle of the Bay Area. And anyways, but I've spent my life going up and down Mount Diablo, and you know, it's really beautiful. You go up on the top because there isn't, it's a solitary volcano. There's no real foothills around it. So you go up the top, you have a beautiful view. To the west, you see the coastal, like Mount Tamalpais, and the Marin headlands. And on a clear day, to the northeast, you can see all the way to the Sierra Nevada mountain range, to Tahoe. And you can even see, you know, not just the foothills of the Sierra Nevada, you can see almost like the mountains behind them, and like a few mountains behind them. And then you look south, and you can see maybe to like Fremont, San Jose. So, like, that's weird. There isn't a dramatic turn in elevation towards the south from Mount Diablo, going towards the South Bay Area like San Jose. So you would think that you could see so I'm saying from the south on the top of Mount Diablo, you can see maybe 80 miles. But looking north, you can see like 300 miles. And that correlates to the notion that south is actually uphill, so you can't see very far, whereas north is downhill, so you can see much farther. And with this information, it goes to support that when the deluge happens, the flood, or the changeover event, when the waters above come to meet the waters below, there will be a great flood, and the north will fill up. Like you can think of the map as a flat earth, the bullseye with the North Pole at the center, but it's like the center is pulled down, like indented, like an upside down camping tent, like a funnel. So that's going to fill up with water, and then there's going to be a ridge around where the water is going to rise to a certain level, and that probably is the 33rd parallel line. So I just thought that information really resonated with me, because I vividly have the memories on the top of Mount Diablo, because I've been up there so often, that you really can see farther north than you can see far than south, and seeing that small of a distance south doesn't make sense because that is lower in elevation and there wasn't anything that should impede the vision. So what do you guys think about that? Sweet. Am I enjoying quitting? Yeah, am I enjoying incorporating the effects of weed into my being or need for this to look? How do the tides work? The biggest ruler in the world is the horizon. I don't know. I was having this conversation with Suvi a little earlier, like what makes something level then? If north is actually slanted down, then, you know, when you hold a level with the little mercury or the bead or whatever, where's the level? Like, what is the comparison? Where's the constant? Where is the point of balance where something is teetering? Where is it if we're all on this slant anyways? And then I was like, well, maybe I think we all are in this sphere of influence that kind of, as we interact through our environment, like how a fisheye lens could take something straight and make it look curved, we're in this bubble and we make something that's curved look straight. And the only reason we have kind of a consensus is that our measurements are easily fudgeable and small enough to where the errors can be overlooked. And I think also there's an agreed collective consciousness of if everybody agrees that in their minds they believe that the distance from LA to San Francisco is 600 miles, then it's 600 miles. And the distance really is a feeling. And when I was talking to Suvi, it made me think of how like in the 50s and 60s, flying in an airplane, it's my understanding that like it would take all day to go cross country in an airplane, like from LA to New York. It would kind of be an all-day flight, and maybe because at the time people couldn't conceive of it being so short, but now it's like 5 hours because everybody agrees that that's how long it should be. Hello, Suvi. Hi. Who's on here? Not a lot of people are talking. Oh, there's 10 people watching. I haven't seen for a bit. Okay, Big Nick says the living waters. The biggest ruler in the world is the horizon. I don't know, come out to Colorado in the summer. You can drive up 14,000 feet, 60, and it looks fairly even. So Digital Death, you can see the same distance south as you can north, and there isn't a change in elevation of north versus south. And it's also like, if if there is a slant north, then how are we measuring elevation? Because then the mountains are coming off of this slant. It's just like, it really is warped. Poseidon says water seeks its level. Rignick says horizon, the line at which Earth's surface, sky appears, the sun rose above horizon. Horizon, the limited person's mental perception experience. Poseidon says not flat, not a ball, like a dinner plate or a sink bowl with a drain in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good job, Poseidon.
Little bit concave.
Yeah. Nick says, fuck Dome too. Mrs. White, hi, I've been listening. You always talk about good stuff. Personally, I think Enslaved is a shill. I know he's associated with some, so take that with a grain of salt, although he's fun to consider. Thanks, Mrs. White. Yeah, I guess when I was talking to Sue V, she also said that Enslaved by No Media had kind of mentioned the bubble theory, kind of.
It's the line of sight, or what your eyeball can take in vision-wise. It's like a big bubble, and I think it's like a quarter mile, a mile, 3 miles, and then things go out of your vision bubble. So anytime you see like a plane come in or something like that, it's flying into your line of sight. Or maybe that's what he calls it, your line of sight. And it's a big bubble.
Yeah.
And it has layers.
It's like a sphere, yeah. And then also you have to take into account too, like, there's like a sphere of influence also with the digital kind of reach. All right, what else are people saying? Black Canary, hi. Isis Black Canary. Love ya. Poseidon says donuts. I don't think that makes sense. I like I said, come to Colorado. Our mountains are higher than Oregon. But it's not about that. It's about like I was talking about in Mount Diablo in the Bay Area in California. You can see way far north, and then like beyond the Sierra Nevadas, which are taller than the mountain you're standing on, and then to the south you can see like 80 miles. And it's all like flat.
How much mountain is in Colorado that has no forest? It's just like rocky desert mountain. That's what I'm
Rocky
curious
desert,
about.
like the high desert basin thing.
Yeah, there's just like big rocky peaks that don't have forests on them.
Mrs. White says it has to be level sea level. Hi, they're higher here, and I'm at sea level. Or the water would.
But when you understand electromagnetic energy, you understand that that's creating a water shape there is a force within that, which comes from the center.
Look at this.
Okay.
Your movements are squeaky. The cam. Oh, sorry, my movements are squeaky. Oh, I'm squeaking on the Hi, oh, Globehead no more. I just talked about you. Nice to see you. How was the conference? Did people talk about Mark Sargent leaving? Or Logan Paul? Did you see Logan Paul? Tell us.
I sold my bowl trimmer.
Yay! Congrats. Sue's making Craigslist sells. She left. Everyone was mad that he left out of the blue, right? Good. And then did you hear his explanation of why he left? Nobody trusts Logan. Yeah. He right. So did Mark Sargent say he left because he was offended by Logan Paul? Or what was the reason? Like, his story was so long, and he really wanted to talk about Logan Paul's whole suicide thing in Japan. It's just like, wow, you really just want to talk about that story again. Honey pot. Be by the light. Scalping Globe since 1982. Word is he was appalled that Logan went to Suicide Forest and made fun of it. So he was so appalled that he left his own conference. That's so lame. It's just like fake. And obviously, were you, Globehead No More, did you see Logan Paul? Were you there when he got, because he was there and got up on stage, right? Definitely seems rigged, right? Did the other presenters, so Mark Sargent like organizes the whole conference. Logan Paul somehow gets a microphone, gets on stage. He obviously was invited, right? People just don't like, and weren't there some people that were banned from showing up? Oh wait, Orchid is here. All media is, it's always been who he is. Yeah. But it's just so lame that, yeah, I always knew he's like a shill. But it just is interesting to see how they want to steer the flat earth narrative and how they want to delegitimize the whole thing. And how they're delegitimizing it is through Logan Paul. So I'm sure it's going to get on to like regular media. It's like, Logan Paul, YouTube star, is now on the Flat Earth movement. You know? Okay, what are you saying? Yeah, IPS came and was banned. He walked in with a different name on his tag. Yeah, right. Then the next day was allowed to walk around, I guess. Digital, no, I mean Antarctica. I worked there for a year. Charlie, you worked in Antarctica? How was it? Thanks. You gotta play with my hair. Brat you full. Well worth it. You call me brat? I see him in the background. Beautiful. Oh, weird. And Antarctica was beautiful. So, and then, it was honestly a little hard for me to follow, but what is IPS? Like, Interpol? What is IPS? International Police Squad? What would IPS be doing in Colorado? All in all, I'd say that everyone there was very genuine and cares for, yeah. Oh, Infinite Plane Society. Huh. Oh, sorry. I think I've asked that before. I'm sorry. Excuse me. What was I talking about? Cooler than penguin pussy. I don't know, penguins are pretty suspect creatures. Oh, right. It was a little hard to follow. But Neo Glimmer's new video talks about how like north is south and south is north, and there's that inversion. Peace to all of you. Bye bye. Are you leaving? Bye. Thanks for your info. And he had this, I think he was an Indian man on talking with him. Excuse me. I said bless me. But so I guess that would, and then I think they were trying to say so that meant that we're supposed to go south, and that's really where the real North Pole is. I think that's what they were saying. But I don't know if I resonate with that. I don't know. What do you guys think? North Pole or 33rd parallel? What do you guys say? He's not all there, maniac. He's a maniac, maniac on the plane. And he's conspiring, throwing people under the bus. Interesting, Charlie. 24-hour sun does seem unexplainable based on the current flat Earth model. Well, yeah, if it's like a funnel shape, I don't know. And Suvi was saying too how the moon looked, it was in the wrong spot today. It was like in a spot that it would be for a full moon, but she follows the moon more than I do, so I don't know. Maybe they want infinite play looks psychotic. Maybe happy somewhere like symmetry says. Corridors, toenails, others. Sultan is hi, Sultan is Summer Tree. What's up? Yeah. So, what else did I say I was going to talk about? Is there anything you guys want me to talk about? I like deep diving. Hi, Sultan. I used to watch Victor Otto a lot. He kind of started my awakening a little bit, but now he's like so chill too. It's funny. A deep dive in. As a lover of astrology, the moon is never in the wrong spot ever. It runs like clockwork and never retrogrades. Well, that's the thing, the clock. Like, tick tock, tick tock. The clock is there for control. And for the illusion of time, the measurements of experience, and then putting little measurements as a way to control people. And it naturally, apparently, there is no night. Or we're in the realm where it was supposed to be permanent night and a piece of the sun was stolen, or we have this like it's like the dark realm with the artificial light. Plain, I wanted to know for myself that people there were real. I met all of them. And there was amazing people there. It was life-changing, and I feel ready to do my own meetup. Oh, cool. So did you meet Mark Sargent? Or did he leave beforehand? seeing as how there are no... Yeah, I don't... Why aren't there any... I thought there was some in Detroit. There's like a bajillion in Oregon, and... But... Do you feel like if they were trying to, like, take a census, or, like, they were trying to steer the narrative? Like, why... Did people talk about the piece that they did for Mark Sargent on the Flat Earth on, I think it was like 2020, or I don't know, CBS Dateline, something. And I was like, Flat Earth. You know, MAG has highlighted it a few different times. And they get away with saying, oh, the Flat Earth, these people believe that the Earth is a flat disc flying through space. And it's like, what? I don't think Mark Sargent's saying that, but obviously that was allowed through. So did anybody talk about, like, do people call him out on that? Like, what does he say to that? Hey, girl. Let's see. I heard about a meetup in California at Griffith Observatory beginning of December. God, careful. There's an elevator that goes from the Griffith Observatory down to a deep underground base. Hot must... Hey, Jim Jones. You walked in with Patricia. Oh, yeah. He walked in with... Are they going out? Tell us the dirt. And I said hi and shook hands with them, but it was weird because he seemed as if I was bothering him. So did he seem, quote-unquote, real to you, too? And how about Patricia Steer? Does she look feminine? I thought my look today was a little bit of a Patricia Steer kind of homage, you know? A little bit. They do those dumb awards again? Yeah, what were the awards? I think, like, Lucy Lemongrass got one. Apparently, if you have wigs that, like, in Flat Earth, it goes together, you know? I'm sorry, like, I do these things and talk about these topics, but honestly, I don't, like, research that much into them. So, I don't know about all the things that happened at the international conference or exactly what went down. Because a lot of this stuff you don't, like, I don't want to invest energy into, but I just... You know, it's interesting and valuable to notice how they're trying to steer the narrative.
Wally wants a cameo.
Wally wants to say hi. Wally.
He says the kitty's in.
Wally's afraid of the kitty. Well, he's not afraid, but there. Well, this is Sammy's space, so Wally's being respectful.
Thank you. Okay, you did it.
Good job. What was I saying? Oh, SpaceX. Yeah, we could talk about SpaceX. Me like you some SpaceX. Some people will get that joke. Sorry. Okay, wait. Let me go back. Susie Bird, SpaceX Sofer. Where's Wally? Okay, speakers are calling. The speakers did call them out and told them what we don't believe. So, I heard she's 50 years old. Face to face, she seems like a real woman. Okay. But she's done so much crap to her face then. It's like the super, like, Beverly Hills plastic surgery look. I'll have to credit. Oh, that's why Wally came in. Oh. Yeah, I thought you were her in your vid pic for a second there. Really? It's the same color hair for sure. I had to get back on the plane to come home early Friday, so pissed the ceremonies. So, oh, missed. Okay. Your favorite flat earther's favorite flat earther. Oh, wow, she had more work done. Patricia, oh. I don't think Patricia Steer could have work to look this good, honey. Mm-hmm. I know her hair ain't real. I certainly don't have 8K for a trip to Antarctica. I know a priest who was down there once, possibly one day. Ew, gross. Antarctica, a priest in Antarctica for a day? Ooh. Antarctica is where all the suicided celebrities go when they hang themselves with a red scarf on a doorknob. They get to go to Antarctica. Thanks, Wally. Thanks for... Yeah, it looks like some fave work, but I try not to judge. That's nice. Just wanted to say hi, though. Thanks for coming over to my channel. Oh, thanks, Globa. No more. Thanks for sharing your experience with us. Blame it on Lane. They always do. It's Eeyore. Lane is very Eeyore. Oh my gosh. So yeah. Don't take too much credit. What did I say? I was going to talk about something else. I don't know. How's Oregon going? Oregon's going great. I just got Sammy like super pimped out cat tree online because no joke, you go to the pet store and like for a podunk little cat tree it's like $70 and you know, like you go on Craigslist, you don't know if it's gonna smell funny or like it's sad, but and then there was like a guy that made them on Craigslist for like $25 to $50 to your specs, but even the ones he showed were small. And I wanted Sammy to have the height to be in the common area so he can be over Wally and have his like cat tree like tendencies, and also a place where he can scratch, you know, so he doesn't go on the furniture. So yeah, and so, but online I found this really tall one, for like, it was like $39 or something. So of course, you know, it's all like formaldehyded from China and stuff, but, and the box was even really nice. I was like impressed by the quality of the cardboard box, but you know, cheap thrills. So I put it together and he's been loving it instantly. So he's been spending a lot more time in the living room. And Wally's getting used to him. But yeah, Oregon's going really well. Thanksgiving's coming up. And we'll have a little Thanksgiving here with Suvi and her family a little bit. concrete ultra catchy. So close to the edge, brah. Brah. Freemason and a fart. So, yeah. I guess I didn't ask him if there was anything new he learned from the Flat Earth Conference. Because it seems like the only way they want to take it is down the tubes. By inviting Logan Paul. Because they're not latching on to the concave theory, I don't think. But I've actually heard that Mark Sargent actually truly believes personally and has told people that he believes we live in a simulation. He believes in the simulation theory. That we live like in a technology game. Conference seems a bit like a circle jerk. Yeah, and I feel like it's a way, like maybe they spray the people, or everybody gets like marked, or like special smart dust to be tracked, or implanted with like a mind control thing, or I don't know. It just feels a little dangerous to me. And if you like, it seems like you get kind of lumped into their model, like you have to kind of agree to their model. So he was a game designer. That's all part of his story. He was a game. Oh, Mark Sargent was a game designer. He used to believe. Yeah, they're all actors. And I'm sorry, but I think Jason Christopher from the I Am channel is an actor too. He grew up in Washington, D.C. as a child actor. I just heard horrible things about Larry King's house and the parties that he would have for child actors and children, because he lived on Embassy Row in Washington, D.C., you know, where all of the ambassadors live. And he'd have these like giant parties for kids, and some bad things happened. But yeah, it's just interesting the narratives that are being directed by the people who supposedly have a lot of subs on YouTube. Well, you know. Earth is flat. Yeah, I do. Oh yeah, the manifestation thing. Yeah, and good segue. I do think that the Earth is a lot of what we make it, and kind of that whole field of perception thing. Because, oh, that was something I kind of wanted to talk about. It's a little personal, but my manifestation has been pretty pure and recently, but you know, like often, it's usually when I'm in the bathroom and about to get in the shower, and I'm kind of like primping and grooming, and you know, and like a song will just pop into my head, and it will be a random song, like a song I haven't heard in forever. And it's almost like I have tuned into a radio signal. And it will be like a part of a song, and I'll just start singing it in my head. And what's up?
I let him do a Craigslist.
Oh, because you sold your trimmer.
Yeah.
She sold this giant trimmer that looks like a salad. It looks like a salad spinner.
Yeah, it does a little bit.
Do you want me to show you?
You don't have to.
You don't want to? Okay, that's fine. Anyway. But what was I talking about?
You've got a glober in there. A globber.
A glober? A globe head? Somebody that's space is fake.
Someone who has their balls in space.
A balls in space. What was I talking about, guys? Oh, my manifestation. Oh, so I'll have to do this, otherwise I'll lose my train of thought.
Can we get this?
Yeah, I'm not using that anymore.
The light's better.
There we go. Don't waste your nerd big necks. Wally.
Okay.
Wally wants to be in here too. Okay, so and I have this, like, this song will pop into my head, and it would be anything, and I'll just have this knowing that I could just turn a radio on and that song will be playing, that I'm actually tuning into an actual radio signal. And what I was thinking today is the same thing with, like, past lovers. Like, I'll just have a instant
Go lay down.
random moment memory pop in my head, and it'll be somebody I haven't been thinking about, or you know, I don't know, and it's almost just like how when I was back in the Bay Area, how I was thinking about if I would run into somebody and that person walked right into my path. That I think that maybe when I have those thoughts pop into my head, it's because that person is thinking that thought at that moment. And we're sharing this conscious, because I have this feeling that they're sharing the thought at the same moment that I'm thinking it, because it's almost like I'm tuning into a radio station.
Emit and receive. Emit and receive.
Emit and receive. Because sometimes it's like really random. Quim? What's that? I know. Secret space program's fake. The problem with manifesting the flat Earth outcome in this reality is any idea is dualistic, requires somebody to have hit that information, bringing in and I am trig appointed. Thorpe, you are the only one who thinks they are a monkey. Oh, people are getting into it right now.
Yeah, some contention on there.
It's funny how these people immediately go to the insults, like...
Oh, it was out of the gate.
Yeah, like, oh, well, you're stupid monkey. If space is real, we would dominate it. I'm not from Earth.
You might not be from Earth. That doesn't mean space is real.
Yeah, Mia's new pair of glasses actually has really good one of her new videos about the SpaceX program and how it's them trying to penetrate the waters above. But those rockets are not going to space.
They can't get out of the electromagnetic field.
No, and they try to do it at certain times of the year where they think that it's more penetrable. but yeah, all of NASA, they're all CGI employees. Everybody that's employed by NASA works designing computer graphics and their simulations and stuff.
And you can go on their website and look that up for yourself. You can look up their image, details on their images, and it'll say CGI right on there. So a small amount of investigation.
There's no real photos. There's no
Yeah.
real footage of anything.
There's even a guy who does an interview who says, it is CGI. It has to be. And this is why. And, oh my gosh, Wally.
And yeah, they just take the taxpayers' money to give you a bunch of X-Men footage, basically. Smoke and mirrors. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's what I was thinking too, is that so movies and TV, right, serve as a distraction for our imagination, because if we go through a movie and visually experience and auditorily experience a story, it's like reinforcing this almost memory, like we kind of did it. And then we see these movies and they have the same stories over and over again, so it's reinforcing that kind of archetypal memory in us, because we're like, we know what's going to happen. So it's like we kind of had done it before. We can vicariously live through the characters, but in a way we go through the experience. That's why I don't watch like really scary movies where they're cutting people up and stuff, because that fear you feel, even though it's not real, you're feeling the stress response and your body's going through the motions of producing the cortisol and the adrenaline, and so you're doing a detriment to your body and to your psyche. But besides the point, the reason why, so naturally this plane is maybe not limited to space. They want to keep us confined in a certain area to control us, because naturally maybe it's the nature of this realm where we can just sail out and into any direction and land will appear, and we can create our own kingdom. Every king has their own kingdom. So we have this natural pioneer exploration spirit to seek out our own land and to set stakes and create, babies and create a kingdom. So to substitute that, we go through movies, and space is an excellent substitute for that, because it fosters the notion that we are in a closed container, a prison planet, because if you just keep on walking in one direction, you'll end up in the same place because we're on a ball, right? So there's no point in trying to go anywhere, because everybody's already been everywhere, right? So the only place to go is space. So we watch movies and Star Wars and of all these other planets and lands and this, the final frontier, to satisfy this pioneer spirit that we have, when in actuality, if we didn't have this hunger fed through the media and through space, we would actually go toward our reality, and we would go out on boats, and we would go out to the borders of the maps and see if there's anything farther, and not just rely on what we're told. So yeah. I'm an Anaheim, get to know me tourists. I agree, Aphrodite. Yeah, I think I'm going to sign off here. Billy Bird. I like those pioneering thoughts, Aphrodite. Oh, thank you. Okay, well, it's getting to be 70 minutes, low battery.
There you go.
So I'm gonna say goodnight, peeps. Tell me your flat earth thoughts. Pass it if you can like it, please, if you haven't liked it, and share it. Let's get this flat earth controversy out there. Okay, love you guys.
Love you guys.
Thanks for watching. Bye.